श्री श्री राधा गोकुलानंद की, श्री श्री सीताराम लक्ष्मण हनुमान की, श्री श्री गौरानिताय की. Hare Krishna, everybody. Please take a seat. Namo Vishnupadaya Krishna Prasthaya Bhutale Srimate Bhaktivedanta Swami Iti Namine. Namaste Saraswati Deve Gauravani Pracharine Nirvishesha Sunyavadi Pashadya Dishatarine. Jaya Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhar Srivasadi Gaur Bhaktivedanta. Jai Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhar Srivasadi Gaur Bhaktivedanta. Jaya Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhar Srivasadi Gaur Bhaktivedanta. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna,
Hare Krishna. So we'll sing Damodarastakam now. Shivaya Krishna Vaisaya Bhutale Shrimate Bhaktivedanta Swaminiti Namine Namaste Saraswati Deve Gauravani Pacharane Devi Sesha Shunyavadi Paschatya Shatarine Jai Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhar Shivasadi Gaura Bhaktivinoda Namami Sharam Sachit Anandarupam Asat Kundalam Gokule Rajamanam Namami Sharam Sachit Anandarupam Asat Kundalam Gokule Prachamanam Namami Sharam Sachit Anandarupam Asat Kundalam Gokule Rajamanam Namami Sharam Sachit Yashoda Biyanu Kala Tapamana Paramishtamatianta Udutya Gopya Muhurnetam Yukmam Vichanta Karam Utayugmena Satankanetam Vedanta Muhurnetam Yukmam Vichanta Karam Utayugmena Sakampa Dire Kankakanta Sita Devam Namodaram Bhaktivedanta Sakampa Dire Kankakanta Sita Devam Ananda Kunde Swaghosami Majantam Akhyapayantam Iti Trikshari Labhi Ananda Kunde Swaghosami Majantam Akhyapayantam Tadiye Shitagne Shubhate Jitata Puna Prematastam Sata Vritivante Tadiye Shitagne Shubhate Jitata Puna Prematastam Sata Vritivante Shitagne Shubhate Jitata Puna Prematastam Sata Vritivante Tadiye Shitagne Shubhate Jitata Puna Prematastam Sata Vritivante Param Deva Mokshana Mokshavadhiva Nachanyam Vineham Pareshadapiha Param Deva Mokshana Mokshavadhiva Nachanyam Vineham Pareshadapiha Idam Deva Purnata Goparavana Sada Vimanasyavi Nastam Kimanye Idam Deva Purnata Goparavana Sada Vimanasyavi Nastam Kimanye Idam Te Mukam Vajam Atyantanine Itam Kuttanai Srika Naktaischa Gopya Idam Te Mukam Vajam Atyantanine Itam Kuttanai Srika Naktaischa Gopya Uhoschubhitam eva ratadaram me Anasya virastam nam lakshaname Uhoschubhitam eva ratadaram me Anasya virastam nam lakshaname Namo Deva Damodar Ananta Vishnu Prasida Prabho Dukha Jalati Magam Namo Deva Damodar Ananta Vishnu Prasida Prabho Dukha Jalati Namo Deva Damodar Ananta Vishnu Prasida Prabho Dukha Jalati Magam Namo Deva Damodar Ananta Vishnu Vishwasya Dhame Namaste Sudhame Suratipti Dhame Tadiyodarayata Vishwasya Dhame Namaste Sudhame Suratipti Dhame Tadiyodarayata Vishwasya Dhame Namaste Sudhame Suratipti Dhame Tadiyodarayata Vishwasya Dhame Namo Radhikaya Tadiyatriyaye Namo Nandariraya Devaya Tukyam Namo Radhikaya Tadiyatriyaye Namo Nandariraya Devaya Tukyam Radhikaya Tadiyatriyaye Namo Nandariraya Devaya Tukyam Namo 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 Radhikaya Tadiyatriyaye Namo Nandariraya Devaya Tukyam Everyone. Namo Radhikaya Tadiyatriyaye Namo Nandariraya Devaya Tukyam Hare Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Hare Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare Everyone please sing. Hare Rama Hare Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna Damodara can't hear anyone singing, you need to sing. It's call and response. I offer my best by singing, and then the whole idea is that everyone else also offers their fullest hearts for the glorification of Shri Shri Radha Gokulananda. It's a way of glorifying God, a way of worshipping God when we sing to Him, when we sing His names, and it also cleanses our hearts. So I'll continue with Mahamantra, but please sing, because it helps me as well to hear you all singing. So I'll sing first, and then we sing all together. You can sing after. I won't sing for that long.
Oh, you're amazing.
Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. So everyone together. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna. Everyone. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Got some. Thanks.
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Jai Shri Radha Gokulananda ki Jai, Darshan Manor ki Jai, Gauranitai ki Jai, Shri Prabhupada ki Jai. Thank you. Do you want to say?
Rudang tamuhur netra jugmang bijantang Karang bhoja jumbena satang kanetrang Muhusa sakam padrirekan kakanta Stita graiva damodaram Itik trikshwalila vir ananda kunde Sago sanima jantam akyapayantam Tadiya sita geshu bhaktir jitatam Unakte matastam sata pritibande Param deva mukshannam shanvadibam Achannam rineham varishalapivam Idam teva purnata gopala balam Sadame manasya vitstam Idam te mukham bhojam vritam talilai Vritam kantalai snigdai raktascha gopya Mohus chumbitam bimbaraktam dharane Manasya virastam alam laksham Namo Deva Damodarananda Vishnu Rasida Kamodo Jalatinanda Vipadi Siddhisyate Dinam Batalu Vihane Samam Magya Edhyakshitrisya Kuveratmajovadha Daiva Jadvad Dayamochito Bhakti Bhajo Kritocha Tatha Prema Bhakti Shakti Prajacha Namokshe Graho Mesti Amodareha Namaste studamne suradim damne Dadi yodara yatha vishvasadamne Namo radikaya gadiya priyaya Namo nantalilaya devayatuyam Namami sharam sachi anandarupam Lasat kundalam gokule vrajamanam Jasodadiyo kaladavamanam Param vestamantyam tato prutagopya Jasodadiyo kaladavamanam Param vestamantyam tato prutagopya Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama,
Hare Krishna, everyone. Thank you for coming. We'll have a short discussion today on the Krishna book. How many of you, is it first time to evening class at the temple? Few of you? Okay. So usually it's a Bhagavad Gita class, but this month is the month of Kartik, a very special month. So we're reading from the Krishna book, which is a summary of the 10th canto of Srimad Bhagavatam, which describes the activities of Lord Krishna. So we'll be reading a particular chapter today. Thank you. Usually we start with a short bhajan. Shri Shri Radha Gokulananda ki jai, Sitaram Lakshman Hanuman ji ki jai, Gauranitai ki jai. Usually we start with a short bhajan, a Jai Radha Madhav, but my throat isn't so well, so I'm going to spare you from my croaky voice, and we'll just recite some prayers to invoke the blessings of our teachers, spiritual teachers who've passed down this knowledge, and of course Krishna himself. So please call and response for this particular prayer. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. And we'll just invoke some blessings from our teachers. Short Mangalacharan. Om Gyan Timirandhasya Gyananjana Shalakaya Chakshuran Militam Yena Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha. Namo Vishnu Padaya Krishna Preshtaya Bhutale Srimate Bhaktivedanta Swaminiti Namine. Namaste Saraswati Deve Gauravani Pracharine Nirvishesha Shunyavadi Paschatya Deshatarine. Jai Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhar Shri Vasadi Gaura Bhakta Vrinda. Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare. So the chapter we're covering today is a section from the Govardhan Leela. Who knows the Govardhan Leela? Few people? Yes, it's when Krishna lifted the hill. Yeah? So there's actually, I think, 4 chapters on this Leela, and we're covering the second chapter today. But let's recap what happened in the previous chapter, and then we'll read this chapter. So chapter 24, which was discussed in yesterday's class, I think. So Nanda Maharaj, who is Krishna's father, and all the kind of gopas, the cowherd men, they're preparing to do a big yagya, a big sacrifice to please Lord Indra. Because they say, oh, he sends all the rains. You know, Indra's in charge of the weather, right? So that produces all the grains, and that's used for food. And without food, people can't live. So that's why they're like, oh, yeah, we should worship Lord Indra. But Krishna actually convinces everyone that you don't need to worship Indra. And he gives loads of reasons, but you should worship the Govardhan hill. And he manages to convince them and kind of guides them how to do this yagya to please Govardhan hill. So that was the previous chapter, and we'll read chapter 25, which is what we're discussing today. So it's titled, Devastating Rainfall in Vrindavan. When Indra understood that the sacrifice offered by the cowherd men in Vrindavan was stopped by Krishna, he became angry, and he vented his anger upon the inhabitants of Vrindavan, who were headed by Nanda Maharaj, although Indra knew perfectly well that Krishna was personally protecting them. As the director of different kinds of clouds, Indra called for this Samvartaka. This cloud is invited when there is a need to devastate the whole cosmic manifestation. The Samvartaka was ordered by Indra to go over Vrindavan and inundate the whole area with an extensive flood. Demonically, Indra thought himself to be the all-powerful Supreme Personality. When demons become very powerful, they defy the Supreme Controller, Personality of Godhead. Indra, though not a demon, was puffed up by his material position, and he wanted to challenge the Supreme Controller. He thought himself, at least for the time being, as powerful as Krishna. Indra said, "Just see the impudence of the inhabitants of Vrindavan. They are simply inhabitants of the forest, but being infatuated with their friend Krishna, who is nothing but an ordinary human being, they have dared to defy the demigods." Krishna has declared in the Bhagavad Gita that the worshippers of the demigods are not very intelligent. He has also declared that one has to give up all kinds of worship and simply concentrate on Krishna consciousness. Krishna is invoking the anger of Indra and later on chastising him is a clear indication to his devotee that those who are engaged in Krishna consciousness have no need to worship any demigod, even if it is found that the demigod has become angry. Krishna gives his devotees all protection, and they should completely depend on his mercy. Indra cursed the action of the inhabitants of Vrindavan and said, "By defying the authority of the demigods, the inhabitants of Vrindavan will suffer in material existence. Having neglected the sacrifice to the demigods, they cannot cross over the impediments of the ocean of material misery." Indra further declared, "These cowherd men in Vrindavan have neglected my authority on the advice of this talkative boy who is known as Krishna. He is nothing but a child, and by believing this child, they have enraged me." Thus, he ordered the Samvartika cloud to go and destroy the prosperity of Vrindavan. "The men of Vrindavan," said Indra, "have become too puffed up over their material opulence and their confidence in the presence of their tiny friend Krishna. He is simply talkative, childish, and unaware of the complete cosmic situation, although he is thinking himself very advanced in knowledge. Because they have taken Krishna so seriously, they must be punished, and so I have ordered the Samvartika cloud to go there and inundate the place. They should be destroyed with their cows." It is indicated here that in the villages or outside the towns, the inhabitants must depend on the cows for their prosperity. When the cows are destroyed, the people are destitute of all kinds of opulences. When King Indra ordered the Samvartika and companion clouds to go to Vrindavan, the clouds were afraid of the assignment. But King Indra assured them, "You go ahead, and I will also go, riding on my elephant, accompanied by great storms, and I shall apply all my strength to punish the inhabitants of Vrindavan." Ordered by King Indra, all the dangerous clouds appeared above Vrindavan and began to pour water incessantly, with all their strength and power. There was constant lightning and thunder, blowing a severe wind, and incessant falling of rain. The rainfall seemed to fall like piercing sharp arrows. By pouring water as thick as pillars without cessation, the clouds gradually filled all the lands in Vrindavan with water, and there was no visible distinction between higher and lower land. The situation was very dangerous, especially for the animals. The rainfall was accompanied by great winds, and every living creature in Vrindavan began to tremble from the severe cold. Unable to find any other source of deliverance, they all approached Govinda to take shelter at his lotus feet. The cows, especially being much aggrieved from the heavy rain, bowed down their heads, and taking their calves underneath their bodies, they approached the Supreme Personality of Godhead to take shelter of his lotus feet. At that time, all the inhabitants of Vrindavan began to pray to Lord Krishna. "Dear Krishna," they prayed, "you are all-powerful and you are very affectionate to your devotees. Now please protect us who have been very much harassed by angry Indra." Upon hearing their prayer, Krishna could also understand that Indra, being bereft of his sacrificial honor, was pouring down rain that was accompanied by heavy pieces of ice and strong winds, although all this was out of season. Krishna understood that this was a deliberate exhibition of anger by Indra. He therefore concluded, "This demigod who thinks himself supreme has shown his great power, but I shall answer him according to my position, and I shall teach him that he is not autonomous in managing universal affairs. I am the supreme lord over all, and I shall thus take away his false prestige, which has risen from his power. The demigods are my devotees, and therefore it is not possible for them to forget my supremacy, but somehow or other he has become puffed up with material power, and thus is now maddened. I shall act in such a way to relieve him of this false prestige. I shall give protection to my pure devotees in Vrindavan, who are at present completely at my mercy and whom I have taken completely under my protection. I will save them by my mystic power." Thinking in this way, Lord Krishna immediately picked up Govardhan Hill with one hand, exactly as a child picks up a mushroom from the ground. Thus he exhibited his transcendental pastime of lifting Govardhan Hill. Lord Krishna then began to address his devotees. "My dear brothers, my dear father, my dear inhabitants of Vrindavan, you can now safely enter under the umbrella of Govardhan Hill, which I have just lifted. Do not be afraid of the hill and think that it will fall from my hand. You have been too much afflicted from the heavy rain and strong wind. Therefore I have lifted this hill, which will protect you exactly like a huge umbrella. I think this is a proper arrangement to relieve you from your immediate distress." Be happy along with your animals underneath this great umbrella. Being assured by Lord Krishna, all the inhabitants of Vrindavan entered beneath the great hill and appeared to be safe along with their property and animals. The inhabitants of Vrindavan and their animals remained there for 1 week without being disturbed by hunger, thirst, or any other discomforts. They were simply astonished to see how Krishna was holding up the mountain with the little finger of his left hand. Seeing the extraordinary mystic power of Krishna, Indra, the king of heaven, was thunderstruck and baffled in his determination. He immediately called for all the clouds and asked them to desist. When the sky became completely cleared of all the clouds and there was sunrise again, the strong winds stopped. At that time, Krishna, the Supreme Personality of Godhead, known now as the lifter of Govardhan Hill, said, "My dear cowherd men, now you can leave and take your wives, children, cows, and valuables, because everything is ended. The inundation has gone down along with the swelling waters of the river." All the men loaded their valuables on carts and slowly left with their cows and other paraphernalia. After they had cleared out everything, Lord Krishna very slowly replaced Govardhan Hill exactly in the same position as it had been before. When everything was done, all the inhabitants of Vrindavan approached Krishna and embraced him with great ecstasy. The gopis, being naturally very affectionate to Krishna, began to offer him curd mixed with their tears, and they poured incessant blessings upon him. Mother Yashoda, Mother Rohini, Nanda, and Balaram, who is the strongest of the strong, embraced Krishna one after another, and from spontaneous feelings of affection, blessed him over and over again. In the heavens, different demigods from different planetary systems, such as Siddhalok, Gandharvalok, and Charanalok, also began to show their complete satisfaction. They poured showers of flowers on the surface of the earth and sounded different conch shells. There was beating of drums, and being inspired by godly feelings, residents of Gandharvalok began to play on their tamboras to please the Lord. After this incident, the Supreme Personality of Godhead, surrounded by his dear friends and animals, returned to his home. As usual, the gopis began to chant the glorious pastimes of Lord Krishna with great feeling, for they were chanting from the heart. So that was chapter 25, and when I was reading this and hearing more about this Govardhan pastime, I actually thought, like, this pastime really demonstrates how much Krishna loves us. So I thought it'd be nice to discuss a few points, how this particular chapter shows, and this pastime shows us how much Krishna really loves us. So let's look at a few ways that we can see this. So in the Bhagavad Gita, in chapter 2, verses 62 and 63, I'll read the verses. While contemplating the objects of the senses, a person develops attachment for them, and from such attachment lust develops, and from lust anger arises. From anger complete delusion arises, and from delusion bewilderment of memory. When memory is bewildered, intelligence is lost, and when intelligence is lost, one falls down again into the material pool. So lust is like when we have desires, but it's a more physical thing where you need a physical object to fulfill your desires. And pride is also like, we have desires, but it's more subtle, where you want honor, you want respect, you want recognition. When you don't get these, then anger arises, right? And as we read in those verses from the Bhagavad Gita just now. So Indra, his problem was that because Krishna stopped the worship of Indra by the cowherd men, and the inhabitants of Vrindavan, he got angry because he was used to that honor, right? So that happens to a lot of us, right? Like when we generally get respect, and when that doesn't come, that can frustrate us a bit. We can get a bit angry. So in one sense, Indra wasn't wrong to feel that anger because he was used to expecting that respect. He was repeatedly getting honor. So it's natural that he'd get angry because he was being deprived of the offerings that were given to him every year. But he could have gone down to Krishna and talked about it, But what did he do? Instead, he got really angry. And actually, he lost his sanity because what did he try to do? He tried to kill all the inhabitants of Vrindavan. And that's just like really disproportionate, right? Like just because you're not getting something, how do you respond, right? So he lost his intelligence, he lost his sanity, and he did something very, very foolish. And he lost his sense of proportion. Like, just because you're not getting some respect, does that mean you can just go and kill everyone? Like, that doesn't make sense. So, how many times have we done something like out of anger, and then you reflect back and you're like, okay, maybe I just overreacted in that situation. I shouldn't have done that. I'm sure it's happened to many of us before. So a lot of this is because we have these expectations of, for honor, for respect, for recognition. But what's so interesting in this pastime is that even though Indra reacted in a way that was very, very disproportionate to what actually happened to him, Krishna didn't give up on Indra. So, what does that mean for us? So, like, we may get off track, knowingly or unknowingly, we may react in a way which just isn't proportional to what's happened. But this pastime gives us a lot of hope. Indra gets rectified, and, Krishna does forgive him, as we'll read later in the future chapters. So it reassures us that Krishna is always with us. He's watching us, and he'll be there to correct us, but he's not going to give up on us, right? Krishna didn't give up on Indra, and Krishna's never going to give up on us. The second point, so Krishna says when we read that the demigods are his devotees, but they've forgotten who he is, like that he's the Supreme Lord, because they've been puffed up with material power. So the demigods are like, imagine a business and you have a CEO. So like Krishna's the CEO, and the demigods are like the step below him, we're like the heads of departments. So they're responsible for managing different universal affairs in this kind of universe. So, they're given that power because they have a certain responsibility to do things in the universe. So like Indra, like I said, is in charge of the weather, amongst other things. And he's also kind of head of all of the demigods. He's the king. So Krishna, he says that he's going to act to relieve Indra of his false prestige. That's what we read. So how does the word relieve make you feel? What does the word relieve mean to you? Anyone? So for me, I was thinking the word relieve is really soothing, right? It's like taking a burden away. You're relieving someone of something. So doesn't that just show like Krishna really cares about Indra? He actually wants to help Indra. The false prestige that Indra had was a burden for him, right? And Krishna wants to see Indra without that burden, right? So it's really nice. So he's like, you can say Krishna is like a doctor, Krishna wants to treat the disease, and he hates the disease, but he doesn't hate the diseased. It's not like he hates Indra, he just hates the false prestige that's in Indra, and he wants to remove it. There are so many unwanted things we have, so many ugly things. We all have some negative tendencies. Hand on heart, we're not 100% saintly, are we? There's always some bad qualities that we have, and we work towards, improving. And, sometimes we get shot down, we get humbled, we get put into situations, where it's not pleasant for us, but we can reflect in those times that, Krishna is just reminding us of our true nature, who he is. What is our position? And actually, we should see those times as a blessing. It's not that Krishna is being cruel to us and that he's trying to put us down. He sees our suffering. He sees what we're going through. And he wants us to be happy. And so he's personally arranging us to be relieved. Like he arranged for Indra to be relieved, he also arranges for us to be relieved of these unwanted things that are like a burden for us. And the way that things may manifest may not be how we expect, but we shouldn't be disheartened, because we're being helped to learn and to reform. So the third point is that Krishna puts us in provoking situations to help us. So when we see someone react in a provoking situation, sometimes we can just think this person is just like this, just because they reacted in a certain way in that particular situation. But actually, that's not really them fully, right? It's just one part of them. So in this pastime, we assume that, Indra is just very envious and he's puffed up. But actually, that's only a small part of Indra's personality and his life. And there's many others that we don't know. So how many of you watch sports, for example? Anyone into sports? Yeah? What kind of sports? Cricket? Yeah? What about you? Football, cricket? Yeah. So, in football and cricket, if you miss the match, what do? You watch the highlights, right? So And what is the highlights? It's the key information, like the key things that happened in the whole match, right? But it's not the whole thing. The highlights are there to show us, just in summary, what happened, the main things, right? So the Srimad Bhagavatam is like that. It's like the highlights of all the different pastimes of Krishna. So in the Bhagavatam, only Indra's mistakes are pointed out in this particular pastime. And the reason for it is that we can learn from them, right? But Indra's life, there's so many other beautiful aspects, good qualities he has, because otherwise Krishna wouldn't have made him the king of the demigods and in charge of like a lot of important things, right? So it's not that Krishna wants to take away Indra's service and remove him from his position as the king of the demigods. He just wants to change his disposition. So, we may have lots of anarthas in our hearts, so unwanted things, negative tendencies that we're not aware of. But if Krishna is very kind to us, he'll put us into some situation to make us aware of it. What's lying deep inside of our hearts. And so we get put into situations to help discover ourselves, our true selves. And in these provoking situations, how do we react? Sometimes we don't even know ourselves because a lot of the time we're putting on a mask, to show other people things. And we might actually just, in that process, forget who we really are. But in provoking situations, our real side comes out, when we react. And everyone has, like I said, some negative tendencies, some negative qualities, and they come out in these provoking situations. And so in this particular Leela, Krishna was really kind to Indra because he made him aware that, you are proud of your position. And so somehow or other, Krishna will also put us into situations to make us aware of our negative tendencies. In life, we all go through challenges, right? Like, who can say, life is just absolutely amazing, have no problems? We all have some challenges, we all have some problems. And actually, if we didn't have these challenges and provoking situations, we wouldn't realize that actually things are not okay. We just think things are fine, we just go along. But actually there are problems, there are challenges and things we need to work on. And if we didn't get put into those situations, we wouldn't be aware and then be able to work on them. So Krishna is very kind that he actually puts us into these challenging situations so we can reflect when we go through challenges, like, what is it that we need to learn from this? And see it as a blessing, as mercy from Krishna. And the final point is that just as in this pastime, the inhabitants of Vrindavan, they took shelter of Krishna, right? So we should also take shelter of Krishna in any situation, in every situation. And why is that? He says himself in this chapter, he's the most powerful, right? He's higher than Indra. Krishna is the source of everything. So to the degree that we actually depend on him and take shelter of him, to that degree, the Lord will provide protection. So we read actually that the inhabitants of Vrindavan, they fully took shelter of Krishna. And Krishna says that they are fully dependent on me, so I have to give them protection, full protection. So, the Samvartika clouds, they're actually usually used at the time of annihilation, when the world is destroyed. I won't go into the whole creation, but the world is destroyed, and then, again, it's manifest again. But for that to happen, you need a lot of power and energy, right? So these clouds pour a lot of rain as part of that devastation. So it's not like the rain we have here. This was intense rain that Indra had arranged, right, to kill the Vrajavasis. But what do we learn in this pastime? They got saved. How? Because nothing is more powerful than Krishna, not even those clouds of devastation, right? So when we're challenged, what can we do? We can take shelter of Krishna because we can understand that actually nothing is more powerful than Krishna. Our challenges are not more powerful than Krishna. So challenges can help us realize that, there is no other source of deliverance than Krishna. And another really nice point in this pastime was that towards the end, all the inhabitants, they went to Krishna and they were crying and expressing their gratitude and affection, right? So not only did they take shelter of Krishna in the challenging times, but afterwards as well, when things were okay, they went to him and they expressed their love and affection. So not only should we remember Krishna in the challenges, but also in the good times, you know? Do we do that? Do we remember Krishna when things are going well for us? So that's another nice point to remember. Let's learn to be grateful, even in the good times. So those are some points around, you know, how much Krishna really loves us. And actually, that's why Shastra is so powerful. These scriptures are so powerful because the way we see the world is actually a mirror of our own state of mind. But Shastra is objective. And so by hearing about these different stories, we can learn from them and we can get clarity. And so it's really important that we try to regularly connect with scripture, daily if possible. Some of you may know that in the month of December, we have a book marathon. So every single ISKCON center and temple in the world makes a really concerted effort to try and distribute these books because knowledge and wisdom is really, really powerful. You know, it can transform lives, and it's really needed in society nowadays when the world is just so tough. So my humble plea is, please take advantage of this wisdom, these books that we've been given, because they can really, really transform our lives. So yeah, you can begin your transformation journey, and you can see how Krishna is present in your life personally, and you can see how much he actually loves you. So thank you very much for coming to today's class. We discussed chapter 25 from the Krishna book, which was around the Govardhan Leela. So thank you very much. Hare Krishna. Darshan will open at 7, and candle offerings will also resume. So if you haven't yet, please do stay for that. Hare Krishna.
हमारी बैग छेदे रे ऊपर 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 ये श्री राधा गोकुलनंद के सीताराम लक्ष्मण हनुमान के गोनिता शिला प्रभुपाद की नमो निशाराम
सच्चे आनन्दरूपम् लसत् कुण्डलं गोपुरे व्रजमानम् स्वरं सच्चे आनन्दरूपम् रसकुण्डलं व्रजमानम् यशोदाभिलुकराधवमानम् परं अत्यन्तं औदित्यगोप्या यशोदाभिलुकराधवमानम् परं समत्यन्तं औदित्यगोप्या योग्नामजान्तम् करं भुजायुग्नेन साकन्तनेत्राम् मुहुर्नेत्र योग्नामजान्तम् करं भुजायुग्नेन साकन्तनेत्राम् स्वास्वकां पत्रिरेखाङ्ककान्ता सीता एव दामोदरां भक्तिभारम् स्वासकां पतिरेकाङ्ककान्ता दृष्ट्वालीलाभे आनन्दरूपो स्वगोत्सं निमाजन्तम् अभ्यन्तः इति दृष्ट्वालीलाभे आनन्दकुन्दे स्वगोत्सं निमाजन्तम् अभ्यन्तः इति दृष्ट्वालीलाभे आनन्दकुन्दे स्वागोष्ठं निमाजन्तम् अज्ञापयन्तम् तदीये पिता मृत्युत् सतीसात्मम् पुनः प्रेम तत्त्वं सातावृत्तिवन्दे वरं देवमोक्षं न मोक्षं वदिन्वा न चान्यवृणेऽहं वा रेषादपीह वरं इदं ते वा पूर्णाता गोपालबालं सदा मे मनस्यागु राष्ट्रं किमम्ब इदं ते मुकुन्दोजं अत्यन्तनिले रतं कुन्तलैक्षिक रक्तस्य गोप्या alam laklaki Jaya Krita प्रेम भक्तिं च काम्य प्रयाचा नमोक्ष ग्रहो मे दामोदरेहा प्रेम भक्तिं च काम्य प्रयाचा नमोक्ष ग्रहो मे दामोदरेहा नमस्ते तुदाने तुरादिप्तिदाने त्वदीयोदरया विश्वास्यदामे नमस्ते तुदाने तुरादिप्तिदाने त्वदीयोदरया विश्वास्यदामे नमो राधिकाय दासिया प्रियाय नमो नन्दलीलाय देवाय तुभ्याय नमो राधिकाय नमो राधिकाय दासिया प्रियाय नमो नन्दलीलाय देवाय तुभ्याय नमो नमो राधिकाय दासिया प्रियाय नमो नन्दलीलाय देवाय तुभ्याय नमो राधिकाय दासिया प्रियाय नमो नमो राधिकाय प्रिया प्रियाय नमो नन्दलीलाय देवाय तुभ्याय नमो राधिकाय प्रिया प्रियाय नमो नन्दलीलाय देवाय तुभ्याय नमो नन्दलीलाय देवाय तुभ्याय नमो नन्दलीलाय देवाय तुभ्याय नमो नन्दलीलाय देवाय तुभ्याय हरे कृष्णा 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 हरे 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 रामा राम राम हरे 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 कृष्णा हरे रामा Hare Rama,
श्री राधा दामोदर की जय।
The next one. The Supreme Lord वाला निकालो ना वहाँ से. अरे ये Supreme Controller है ना. Yeah. Hare Krishna. Translations. To the Supreme Lord, whose form is the embodiment of eternal existence, knowledge and bliss, whose shark-shaped earrings are swinging to and fro, who is brilliantly beautiful shining in the divine realm of Gokula, who, due to the offense of breaking the pot of yogurt that his mother was churning into butter, and then stealing the butter that was kept hanging from a swing, is quickly running from the wooden grinding mortar in fear of Mother Yasoda, but who has been caught from behind by her, who ran after him with greatest speed. To that Supreme Lord Sri Damodar, I offer my humble obeisances. Seeing the whipping stick in his mother's hand, he is crying and rubbing his eyes again and again with his two lotus hands. His eyes are filled with fear, and the necklace of pearls around his neck, which is marked with 3 lines like a conch shell, is shaking because of his quick breathing due to crying. To this Supreme Lord Sri Damodar, whose belly is bowed not with the ropes, but with his mother's pure love, I offer my humble obeisances. By such childhood pastimes as this, he is drowning the inhabitants of Gokula in pools of ecstasy, and is revealing to those devotees who are absorbed in the knowledge of his supreme majesty and opulence, that he is only conquered by devotees whose love is imbued with intimacy and is free from all conceptions of awe and reverence. With great love, I again offer my obeisances to Lord Damodar hundreds and hundreds of times. O Lord, although you are able to give all kinds of benediction, I do not pray to you for the boon of impersonal liberation, nor the highest liberation of eternal life in Vaikuntha, nor any other boon which may be obtained by executing the 9 processes of bhakti. O Lord, I simply wish that this form of yours as Bal Gopal in Vrindavan may ever be manifest in my heart. For what is the use to me of any other boon besides this? O Lord, your lotus face, which is encircled by the locks of soft black hair tinged with red, is kissed again and again by Mother Yasoda, and your lips are reddish like the bimba fruit. May this beautiful vision of your lotus face be ever manifest in my heart. Thousands and thousands of other benedictions are of no use to me. O Supreme Godhead, I offer my obeisances unto you. O Damodar, O Ananta, O Vishnu, O Master, O my Lord, be pleased upon me, by showering your glance of mercy upon me. Deliver this poor ignorant fool who is immersed in the ocean of worldly sorrows and become visible to my eyes. O Lord Damodar, just as the two sons of Kuvera, Manigriva and Nalakuver, were delivered from the curse of Narada and made into great devotees by you in your form as a baby tied with a rope to the wooden grinding motor, in the same way, please give to me your own Prema Bhakti. I only long for this and have no desire for any kind of liberation. O Lord Damodar, I first of all offer my obeisances to you, the brilliantly effulgent rope which binds your belly. I then offer my obeisances to your belly, which is the abode of the entire universe. I humbly bow down to your most beloved Srimati Radharani, and I offer all obeisances to you, the Supreme Lord, who displays unlimited pastimes. Shri Shri Yasoda Damodar ki Jai. Namaste Narasingaya. Namaste Narasingaya. Pralada lada dahine. Shinga, Rida Hina Shinga, Shinga, Bahira Shinga, Rida Hina Shinga, Bahira Shinga, Rida Hina Shinga. Nara Singha Madhu Saranam नृसिंहदेव भगवान की जय, प्रहलाद महाराज की जय, श्रील प्रभुपाद की।
Prabhuji, nothing compared to chapati. Nothing compared to chapati. Eh? How much they do there? Amazing. Yatra. Prasadam. Making prasadam.
7 items.
Yeah. And the train and everything. Oh my God. The setup. Yeah, go to Prabhuji.
150 Mataji is doing chapatis.
Yeah.
Everybody gets 2 chapatis. How is that possible? Which one is that?
As many as you want.
Yeah, but how is that possible? Is it clay one? Chapati.
Yes, it's still the same. It just sounds different.
And he's taking like 12,000.
So Prabhuji, the one
It's
hour
minimum, isn't it? 12,000 minimum. They can eat as many chapatis they want. No restriction.
I would have actually wanted.
You know, I saw one video, Maharaj putting the fire.
After getting this one,
Oh, yeah. Sapphire, yeah, I saw that. Yeah. Amazing, yeah? Everything.
You're good. Do you reckon she will get to your level one day?
you'll get that.